Enforcers domination, and Weber gets tangled up. Now remember, they both score every time they go by. They have tied it up now. Look at D'Amato, just absolutely nails one of the hot dice as time runs out. 10 points for the New York Enforcers. They have done it how many times? Snatching victory from the jaws of defeat.
Well, right at the end of the last jam, Ken, I thought that these Enforcers might be dead, as it looked like little Richard Bowden had found the number of Tim Washington and the rest of these New York Enforcers. But you're absolutely right, like a phoenix, they rise from the ashes. And speaking of ashes, little Richard Brown is going at it with Mark D'Amato. It's getting even uglier, even though the game's over, Ken.
Well, Brown has got to be beside himself, spending the time in the penalty box, watching his team lose it.
And Heather Gunn celebrates because her team's won it.
Let's go to Danny Wolf.
All right, thanks, guys. Big come-from-behind victory. It took 10 points on the last jam for the Enforcers to pull it out. Brian Gamble, tremendous victory. We know bad is dead, but this rivalry is not.
Neither New York Enforcers, buddy. Did you expect anything less from the fiercest bunch of freaks in the World Skating League, bro?
Well, you did lose to the Rustlers.
I you did lose to the Rustlers. You told, I'm starting to get tired of this guy's wise mouth, Marco.
Well, let me ask you, Mark. Richard Brown was saying after the game, you're a backstabber. You're a backstabber.
Right.
Respond to that.
What did he expect from me? You know, Richard Brown is a fool. I used him, and now I have discarded him. I am done with him. I don't need him anymore. We are on top once again, and we will win the Founders Cup. That is my prediction.
Well, we'll see if Mark D'Amato and Brian Gamble's predictions, they shake hands. The Enforcers, big comfort-behind victory. They really save face. If they would have lost to the Hot Dice, that would have been 2 humiliating losses in a row, but they pull it out. Back to you, Hawk and Ken.
Final score again, the New York Enforcers 31, the Hot Dice 28. How many times at the very end have we seen the Enforcers snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? 5 points each in that last jam for Eichhorn and Gavani. It's about what we expect out of New York.
Well, I know it's like a broken record, but these sons of guns, Mark D'Amato, Tim Washington, Gavani, the whole crew, Dirty Dan Gavani, the guy ugly enough to scare dirt out of a hole, they find a way to win. The New York Enforcers going into the Founders Cup. Great job. I hate to admit it. I love these Enforcers now.
Well, tell Gavani you said that. Buddy, they finally executed.
They did, and they keep doing it. And I'll tell you what, when the chips are down, this Enforcer team gets it together and pulls all the chips to them. That's a winner.
Remember, coming up next week, the Founders Cup tournament. Don't miss it. For all of us at RollerJam, I'm Ken Resnick. So long, everybody.